So guys, let's talk about some of the advantages of using Renko that we have already covered in the last video. Here we want to go through some of the definitions that I have used in my blog. So what advantages will I get using Renko? The major advantage of using Renko is to limit the market noise, which we have already talked about, or rather you can say eradicate noise. So what is noise? Basically, noise is something where a range area doesn't represent any major thing. It seems that the price is moving up and down in a fixed area, a fixed portion of the candles. And the Renko eliminates small price movements and frequent corrections and resistance using candles. We have already seen this in the last video where we talked about two different scenarios. One in which there was a big candle movement within 1 hour, and we have seen that it covered almost 20 bricks within one candle. And in another scenario, we talked about 10 different candles, 10 candles, which means 10 hours. And we saw that it only covered 5 to 6 bricks only. So this is how Renko eradicate noise. It eradicates the range areas and focuses on the trend analysis, where the trend is the major area where most of the money is made, right? So Renko eradicates those range areas and makes you see the trend analysis or the trend side of the candles. So another major benefit is an investor can get rid of range bounded movements. We have talked about this. The range bounded trading is seen as a major hurdle for a day trader. Yes, it is. We know that. Renko helps a trader getting rid of these areas by covering small price movements, right? So how is Renko formed? We have already talked about that in the last video as well. So this is a rough idea of comparison of two different candles. These are the regular candles, and this is H4 time frame, and we know one candle each represents a 4-hour time frame. And on the right side we can see bricks over here. So one brick represents 300 points or 30 pips. So one brick over here is 30 pips, and we have already spoken about the candles. Each candle represents 4-hour time. So you can see this whole area is one brick, or one brick. This blue brick is all the candle movement in this area. So when it moved up over here, you can see this is the candles movement in the area of this blue brick, right? So when it moves down, a new red brick is formed, and when it moves further down, a new red brick is formed. Also, you need to see this in this blog. I haven't covered the wick area. The wicks are very important for the Renko formation as well. So we will now see our old chart of 200 points. Why the wicks are very important? It's because when the red brick, you can see here, so let's move at the last. When this red candle brick broke, it moved the price down. But since we are looking at 200 points or 20 pips, since another 20 points weren't completed, the red brick or the downside brick didn't complete, and it formed a wick and moved upside, right? Now you get the point. Why the wicks are very important? Since, as we can see from here as well, after this red brick was completed, it moved down, it formed a new brick, but it didn't complete. So it moved down approximately roughly almost 190 points. So right, only 10. If it had been 10 more points, this brick would have been completed. Now this brick didn't complete and moved up 200 points. So we can see a huge wick over here. Another example. Okay, let's look at this one. Red candle. Red brick, it moved down, but it didn't complete the 200 points down. Let's see how much it covered. it almost covered 135 points, right? 135 points, and then it moved up again. So the break wasn't complete, but the wick, the break didn't complete, but the wick shows that the price moved down and up. And since it moved up 200 points, a new break was formed, and we can see here at this point, this candle, it moved up again as well. So it moved a little bit more, around 90 points, and since it didn't move 200 points up, a new green brick or the new upside brick didn't form, and it went down from here. So this is how we know the price movements within this within these bricks, right? It is similar fashion over here as well, and since the I haven't shown wicks over here, and I have explained there as well. So this is how the price move within the bricks. Now in the next video, we will be talking about how do we use Renko in our analysis, how do we use different indicators, and where the magic really begins. I really insist you to look at the second video. It would be very interesting.